Hi guys, welcome back to Easy Pro. In this tutorial, we'll discuss some advanced CorelDRAW tools, and these are the blend tool and the envelope tool. So in previous tutorials, we've discussed some basic CorelDRAW tools, so make sure to watch those before proceeding with this one. Without further delay, let's get started. We begin with the blend tool. The blend tool allows you to create a series of shapes or colors between two or more objects. To understand how to use this tool, let's start by drawing objects. To select the blend tool, click on the bottom right arrow of the shadow tool icon, then select blend. To use the blend tool, click on a target object, then you click and drag towards a reference object. And this creates a blend of objects. If we were to add a fill to the individual object, we notice that their respective colors blend in. We can visualize the effect more clearly when we remove the outline. And if we were to give the objects distinctive outlines, we notice that they also blend with each other. We observe a change in the blending effect. We can adjust the number of steps of the blend by clicking on the blend object, then come up here to blend object and adjust the number of steps to your preference. To adjust the spacing between the blend objects, click on any of the individual objects that make up the blend and drag it inwards or outwards to adjust the spacing. We can also manipulate the individual objects to create unique blending effects. So up here we have blend direction, and this sets an angle at which you rotate the blended object. You don't need to bother about the other blending options for now, but you can always go through them for practice. And if you no longer need the blend, just click on clear blend. We can also blend multiple different objects together. As you can see, the objects tend to blend into themselves, creating a unique blending effect. We can also break the blending objects apart, ungroup them, and edit the individual blending objects. We can apply the blending effect to a text. And this can be used to create cool text effects. Let's now move on to the envelope tool. The envelope tool is used to distort or manipulate an object's shape by creating a custom envelope around it. As always, let's draw a shape to understand how to use the envelope tool. To select the envelope tool, click on the bottom right arrow of the blend tool icon, then select envelope. To apply the envelope effect, simply click on the desired object. And now you will notice 8 distinctive nodes at the edges and vertices of the object. And these nodes make up the envelope of the object. By default, the lines joining these nodes are curved lines. And we can adjust the curvy arrows to distort the shape of the object. We can also add a new node, delete existing nodes, convert curved lines to a straight line, just like we did with object manipulation using the shape tool. But the only difference is that we are performing these actions on the envelope and not on the main object itself. Let's now take a look at some envelope properties. Up here we have unconstrained mode, and this applies a freeform envelope that allows changes to the node properties. So this lets us manipulate the envelope to our preference. Next, we have straight line mode, and this applies an envelope that is composed of straight lines. As you can see, we cannot adjust the curvy arrows. Next, we have single arc mode, and this applies an envelope to produce an arc shape. As you can see, we have a single arc. And here we have double arc mode, and this applies an envelope to produce an S shape. Next, we have mapping mode, and this lets us choose how the object fits within the envelope. By default, putty is selected, and the envelope is stretched and distorted to fit the object, creating a smooth curved shape just like a putty. We also have horizontal fit, and the left and right edges of the envelope are mapped to the left and right edges of the object. As you can see, the top and bottom part of the object are not affected by the distortion, just the left and right hand sides. We also have vertical fit, and the top and bottom edges of the envelope are mapped to the top and bottom edges of the object. As you can see, only the top and bottom part of the object are distorted, but the left and right hand side remain the same. And lastly, we have original fit, and the envelope is wrapped around the original shape of the object. Next, we have keep lines, and this preserves the lines when applying an envelope. And if you no longer need the envelope effect, just select clear envelope. We can also access the envelope menu by going to Window, Dockers, Effects, Envelope. Here we have the envelope menu, and when we select the object, we can choose a custom envelope for the object. And here we can also access the previous options. To minimize this menu, simply click on the fast forward icon. And to access it again, simply click on the envelope menu. And if you no longer need the envelope menu, simply click on the X icon. We can also apply the envelope effect to a text. And it can be used to create really cool text effects. To change the words of the text, simply select the text tool, then click on it. And here you can change the font, the size, and other properties. And as you can see, we have a new word with the same envelope effect. Let's now see something cool. We can create an envelope of a text based on the shape of another object. So let's draw an object and a text. To create this effect, let's access the envelope menu. Then ensure that keep lines is deselected. Next, we select the text as the target object. Then down here, we have create envelope from. And this creates an envelope that is based on the shape of another object. So we notice an arrowhead symbol, and this indicates that we need to select a reference object from which the target object would be made an envelope from. So when we click on the circle object, we see that the text has taken the envelope just like the shape of the object. So we can manually rotate this or come up here to adjust the angle. We could also create a custom object and apply the envelope effect. So as you can see, we're able to create a very cool text effect from a bear bottle. And we can always adjust the mapping mode. In conclusion, using the blend and envelope tools are really fun. You can practice with different shapes and text to create unique design effects. That will be all for today. Thanks for your time and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe.